open the door first. I don't know, like.
Okay. I'm just doing last minute. I don't know what's going on. I have to party to get on stage. So. Pardon me again, sorry, I don't really feel there's a whole bunch of bottled waters here. Are these anybody's? There are scripts on stage. Getting scripts. I can check your PR.
Yeah.
Thank you for your patience. Pretty soon we'll start. Testing. Can you see me now? Yay! Hi! Pretty soon. We're opening the doors. I thought it was going to be a little bit sooner, but opening the doors in about 1 minute. Thank you.
Okay. So after getting all of that done, I have to. I just don't want to.
Yes.
Do all that. So then it will be the scripts.
Okay.
Let me just go put this away and then we'll open the house.
Then are we opening house?
We'll open the house in 1 minute.
Excited? I'm so excited. Who do you think's gonna get picked? Yeah. Amen. I know, sure, yeah. Like the orgies, the can, she does the whole thing. Yeah, James Reed's fun too. So, I don't know. And like, it doesn't really change that much of like we do will say. It's like pretty long fishing. James is true. Oh yeah, I know it's so, yeah, I know everyone's like, I know the whole thing. Somebody has to come out, you can just run out with this. No, yeah, I know it. I know what they're all doing.
Okay, we can open the house.
Okay, fine. Oh, that's all right.
Good afternoon, everyone. The house is open. Please feel free to take your seats. Before and Gene, which seats are reserved? The ones that are facing it, the one that.
There are reserved seats.
No, only for Gene, the ones where it's on the back.
I don't know your problem.
Yeah, feel free to sit in the front row. I don't know. Are you part of the reserve seat? There are some. Unfortunately, they only put one in the hallway, so there's I'm gonna go down. You may or may not be. There's some in the back. Yeah. The person did incorrectly, so I'll do it. I'm sorry. I apologize. Your seat, these four are reserved.
We want to.
No. Special people are not sitting here. We have 8 unspecial people, so that's what they get. I'm fixing it right now. Thank you. Sorry about that. Okay, that's Gene. Who are the reserve seats for? Please. Anywhere that doesn't say reserve. Because we're not a full house today, please feel free. You can take the front row. I have a friend who's a Jewish rabbi, and I know that has a friend who's a Catholic priest. They both make the same joke all the time. That's take the first 2 pews. So please feel free to come down closer, fill in the front. We actually love it when they're We have plenty of seats down in the front. Plenty of seats down in the front. We'd love people to fill in as close as possible. You're very tall, maybe don't. There's plenty of seats in the front if you want to come closer. Yeah. Been a few people straggling in.
Are you feeling like sad and happy? Walk on water. We're gonna go
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to not Nell's kitchen, not Kevin's kitchen, but an altogether different kitchen. We're very happy to have him here. I'm Peter Chinesky. I am the director of the extravaganza today, and I want to thank you all and welcome you all coming on behalf of our producer and co-writer, Gene Mahoney, who's going to be let me tell you a little bit about tonight's show. First of all, please do what I'm about to do now. Silence our cell phones and anything else that makes noise in this day and age. First of all, we want to thank you. You were asked to give donations to the Chicago Food Bank in lieu of buying tickets. And you know how often when you're asked to give something like that, it says a portion of the proceeds, etc. It's phrased kind of funny. Well, this isn't a portion. This is 100% of the proceeds. And it's not even the proceeds. It's everything. All of these people donated their time so that 100% of your money would go to that charity. So thank you. Now let's talk a little bit for just a second about what we're going to see tonight. This is not a fully staged show. This is a staged reading. Now what does that mean? Every novel ever written, every epic poem ever written, every poem ever written, every play ever written, every movie script ever written starts with what? An idea. And then it gets committed to paper, or maybe a hard drive, or if you go back far enough, maybe chiseled on stone, right? And then the writer writes and writes and rewrites and rewrites and rewrites as things strike him or her. And that's how a script gets formed. The next step is, at least with a play, is you bring in a group of actors. So then the writer has the opportunity to hear how the words and the dialogue sounds coming out of the mouths of other people rather than the voices that they just manufacture with their imaginations. And that's the next phase. The next phase after that is what we're doing tonight. That's when you bring in an audience to go on the journey with us so that we can see what makes you laugh, what makes you cry, what you enjoy, maybe what confuses you a little bit. And to that end, when we're finished tonight, it's only an hour and 15-minute program, or I should say today, we will invite you to stay. You're also free to go. Invite you to stay and let us know what maybe struck a chord with you and maybe what you want to question a little bit. So we'll do that after the show, and everyone's welcome to stay for that, and you'll have an opportunity to speak to the actors as well. So normally when that's done, and I'm almost done talking, normally when that's done, it's done in like a dance studio or a rehearsal hall, without lights, without costumes. Just bring people in, you put them in some uncomfortable folding chairs, and you ask them very kindly to listen to what you have to say to get some feedback from them. But we didn't want to do that for you. We wanted to raise money for a good charity. We wanted to give you an experience. So we have suggestions of costumes, we have lighting, we have some staging to take it up a notch for all of you and just make it a little bit more of a special experience. Now, this is the first time, this little run is the first time that this is ever being done in front of people. So 2-3 years from now, as there are rewrites and more productions and eventually it makes it to Broadway, you will be able to say that you came to the first showing ever of this production. And this is the first matinee ever of this production, so you're having a unique experience. So everybody, I invite you all to feast your eyes on an altogether different kitchen.
Scene 1. St. Peter is tending the pearly gates.
I guess as workplaces go, the pearly gates aren't so bad. 117 billion and 21. Name?
Whoa, you process more than 100 billion people? I didn't expect to find a workaholic in heaven. You must be the most diligent person I've ever met.
Gee, thanks. You may pass through the gates. It's nice that somebody finally noticed. I mean, nobody else has to look up name after name and determine who's worthy. Being the keeper of the gates, it's a devil of a job. And quite frankly, the pearlies are making me surly. Oh yes, I am the hardest worker. Might sound like bragging, but it's true.
Neither a slacker nor a shirker, pertinacious through and through. Look at the heels of the hopeful entrance, yearning for eternal life.
Each one longing for transcendence, causing the immortal strife.
I will admit that Peter's statements have a whole lot less to do.
Paradise, it ain't all great. Happy start for you, no. There's no song for those who travel. St. Anthony helps find lost feet.
St. Louis tries to help the Cardinals play ball and he watches over Keith.
St. Valentine and Nick and Patrick, those bros, they are the party saints.
They never call in or act sick. Not much work, so no complaints.
just a few. We could keep going and include ladies on the list. But that list is ever growing, and by now you get the gist. Whatever things that you may mention, feeding a meat or grandiose, though they have some good intentions.
Our jobs don't even come close. Well, that's my song, I'm sticking to it, so long's the gates are my domain. I'll bear my cross, yes, I'll push through it. Don't cast stones if I complain.
Ah, Peter, I've noticed how hard you've been working, and I thought you might like some water.
I would have loved some water.
Ah, sorry, occupational hazard. I tell you what, I'll take over for you here. Why don't you head to the kitchen and start your break?
That would be great. Thanks, JC.
Scene 2, Kevin's kitchen. St. Peter opens the refrigerator door and starts moving things around.
Bread! Fish! Bread and fish again? Where's this holy cow that everyone's been talking about? There's no sign of angel hair pasta, angel food cake, none of it. I'm so hungry, but really, fish again? I was a fisherman. We need a new menu up here. Loaves and fishes, loaves and fishes could really use some new dishes. Moses claimed the manna. I am craving a banana. Loaves and fishes, something new would be delicious. Thought I had scored some chocolate, Saint Val had already popped it. Why, oh why is this a challenge? Are we not in heaven? Is it fair that every local use a bit of leaven? Loaves and fishes, sorry this seems suspicious. Corn beef's my heart with Patrick. Where's my kitchen hat trick? I don't think that it is too demanding to request some food variety. Some choice would be outstanding and maybe increase satiety. Loaves and
Fish more fish and loaves.
Pies for fishes.
Better fish and loaves.
Loaves and fishes.
Fish more fish and loaves.
Repetitious.
Fish and bread and loaves.
Loaves and fishes, trying to stay judicious. Maybe toss some bamboo shoot in, at least something that's free from gluten. Sigh is my reaction. How long must I keep looking? It's enough to play a saint. loaves and fishes. Someone please just grant my wishes. I dine with the devil herself for one bite of
You were
cheese.
saying?
Speak of the devil. I haven't seen you for eons. How are you, Lucifia?
Peter, I am so busy. Fire Lake is bursting at the seams. You've been sending so many people my way. Are you sure you aren't being a bit too picky? My beloved Fire Lake runneth over.
I'm sure your volume has increased now that podcasters and influencers started coming your way.
You can say that again. Originally, I wanted to ban selfie sticks, but instead I let everyone except influencers use them. You should have heard them howl.
Actually, I think I did hear them. Something along the lines of, hell no, such unfairness has to go. 0246, we demand our selfie sticks.
That's been fun, yes. But seriously, our population has exploded. I know people don't usually pity me, but come on, give the devil her due. I really thought you'd be able to admit a few more people.
Is it really that bad?
You have no idea. We are hella crowded. In fact, we don't even have enough room for brimstone. Come on, the lake of fire and brimstone without brimstone?
Gee, that does sound extreme.
Let me spell it out for you. Jammers, loaded, populace, packed, chock-a-block, stiff with, thick set, stacked, awash with, lousy with, wall-to-wall crammed, topped off, up to here, runneth over, slammed, standing room only, packed in like sardines, elbow to elbow, bursting at the seams, overflowing mob scene, far from empty dents, filled to capacity, fit to bust intense, heaving, swarming, rife with flush, congested, seething, fraught with crushed, overpopulated, teeming, bursting, rammed, full house solid, crawling with the damned.
How many ways will she tell me that they're thronged? I had no idea her report would be prolonged.
Fear ye not, this won't be an allegory. I have nearly exhausted all thesauri.
Yikes, it sounds overwhelming.
Sorry to be whinging, but truth be told, I did expect you to have the patience of... Never mind. I'm sure you didn't summon me to hear about my problems. What's up?
Well, Lucifia, you know how I love a good meal. Perhaps I've been a bit hasty when judging the chefs who came my way. We need someone to spice up our meals.
I see. So Fire Lake is overcrowded, and you could use a good chef. Gee, an opportunity. Let's see if we can improve things for me. At Fire Lake, please, need for better feed can lead us to agree on policy. St. Peter's tired of the same old meal. Can I make a deal so that we both feel we're winning something that will give me some room and let him consume food that tastes so great that he feels he's sinning? He can make a choice from 3 chefs currently. With me are apogee. The chosen chef will go with Pete so he can eat. Fire Lake will gain 1 seat. I have an idea that can help us both. You give me the names of 3 chefs, and we'll have a cook-off. The winner will go with you, and I'll gain a little elbow room.
Interesting proposal. How can I possibly narrow my list to just 3 though?
Peter, I'm feeling generous today. How about this? You give me a list of 5 chefs. The PR team will come up with presentations to help you choose.
You know, I think that might just work. Let me conjure up a list for you.
The Galloping Gourmet. Of course, I approve of someone called the High Priest of Hedonism.
With all the heavy cream and clarified butter he used, he earned that nickname.
He sure loved adding wine to his dishes and taking a sip when it was time for a commercial. Oh, and his double entendre jokes.
He managed to weave several of the 7 deadly sins into his show. Perhaps that's what made him one of the most captivating chefs on television.
Yes, his TV presence was considerably more appealing than your next chef, James Beard.
Despite studying to be in opera and theater, James didn't seem to connect with television viewers. To be fair, his show premiered in 1946. Most people didn't have TVs then. Maybe he just wasn't able to find his audience.
James did have an encyclopedic knowledge of food, and he obviously loved to eat. Who would have predicted that an award named after James Beard would become the Oscars of the culinary world?
Now, Lucifia, you know that the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Science doesn't like people to use that phrase.
Precisely. Your next chef has the initials JC.
Are you afraid that will give her an advantage?
Who knows? I wonder if her PR team will mention that Julia Child was a chef during World War II.
Maybe not a spy, but
It's so much more fun to say that she was a spy. Didn't she help develop a recipe that was used as shark repellent?
yes, but her later recipe's much more tempting.
I would hope so. She did go on to host The French Chef, ending each episode with Bon Appetit.
Well, speaking of French chefs, Auguste Escoffier made a lasting impression on restaurants.
The foremost authority on modern French cuisine. He revolutionized professional kitchens.
Will his team focus on how he introduced a la carte menus, or the kitchen brigade system, or Lucifia? Even though we haven't even mentioned our fifth chef, I do want to make sure that I thank you for helping me assemble this group. Lucifia, with one chef left to go, I just know it's our fate, there is no debate, you will celebrate with me. And so, let us raise up our goblets and toast, while we wait for the final candidate. While we wait, congratulate our teammates.
And now for the fifth. No, actually, I meant the fifth candidate. This can't be right.
What do you mean?
This says the Swedish chef. The Swedish chef isn't dead, and anyway, you don't have permission to use a Muppet. You'd be committing copyright infringement, even if you changed his catchphrase pork, pork, pork to pork, 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 or even fork, fork, fork.
What do you mean the Swedish chef? Let me see. Oh, darn that autocorrect. I nominated the sweeter chef.
Well, I've never heard of the sweeter chef.
Really? Dulce Jumelle. She and her twin sister cooked together. They were both sweet, but Dulce was a little bit sweeter, and she became known as the sweeter chef.
It still isn't ringing a bell.
Somewhere along the line, people became confused and started calling her the sweater chef. And she ran with it. She started designing and wearing sweaters that may or may not have inspired ugly Christmas sweaters. Instead of Christmas decorations, though, her sweaters featured kitchen utensils.
Oh, sure, the sweater chef. I know her. Didn't she start a clothing company called Kitschyware?
That's right.
Peter, I think there's a problem with the Galloping Gourmet. You see, Graham Kerr is still alive.
Well, yes, Graham is, but he put the Galloping Gourmet to rest. After being in an accident with a vegetable truck, he decided to redeem himself and started encouraging people to eat healthy food. Haven't you noticed Graham's alter ego down there?
As I pointed out, Fire Lake is very crowded. In fact, I don't understand why most of your nominated chefs are down with me. Well, I mean, I can think of at least one who might demonstrate pride, but oh, I know. It must be the sin of gluttony.
Nice try, Lucifia. You won't catch me speaking ill of the dead.
It was worth a shot. Although, when I tried to follow a few of their recipes, I found myself cursing those chefs too. Wait, I have it. Their meals were devilishly delicious.
Darn, I guess that saying is true. You can't fool the devil.
Moving on. After I alert the chefs, I'll have my assistant contact the PR reps. Let's reconvene at Fire Lake. As you can imagine, Fire Lake is mainly composed of conference rooms.
Conference room. Sounds about right. Okay, I'll see you in hell.
Scene 3, Fire Lake in Hell.
Ah, home sweet home. And soon to be a bit roomier. I need the following to report to conference room number 666. The Galloping Gourmet, Julia Child, James Beard, additionally, Auguste Escoffier and Dulce Jumel. Join me in the conference room immediately. Where is Escoffier? He was talking to Ritz, but said I think I saw him trip. His platform shoes get in his way somehow.
I'd be happy to convey any message to Auguste.
Very well. Chefs, I have some news that could change your afterlives. Heaven needs a chef. You've been nominated to participate in a competition. Before any cooking, though, your PR team will need to create a winning presentation. After seeing the presentations, St. Peter will choose 3 of you to participate in a cook-off. The winner will transfer to heaven and become the on-site chef.
Oh, hell yes!
Team PR, report to room 666.
Team PR? Whose team is that?
Oh, that team will represent all of you. PR people are accustomed to working in hellish conditions. After they collect information, they'll have 5 minutes to prepare your individual presentations.
Okay, we'll start with the Galloping Gourmet.
Oh, wait. Why are you starting with him? I was the first celebrity TV chef in the U.S. My surrogate father, Juliet, got me started with Asian flavors long before most chefs. I nurtured upcoming chefs, encouraged them to use local and fresh ingredients. I started Meals on Wheels for shut-ins, and...
Okay, yes. So the James Beard Awards recognize people in the culinary arts. I think we've got enough to go on. Would you mind if we move down to the Galloping Gourmet now?
He's been compared to quite a few celebrities.
Not always in a good way.
In addition to being a natty dresser, he's known for his antics while cooking. He galloped into the live audience studio, wine glass in hand, and then hurtled over a chair. He joked with the audience while chopping vegetables with remarkable speed.
Antics, shamantics.
The Galloping Gourmet was more than a showman. His recipes demonstrated feverish attention to detail.
Yes, but...
I found his personality to be quite charming and agreeable for TV.
Thank you, Julia. You are so kind, humble, and talented.
Well, I could never leap over a chair.
My dear, James and I grew up cooking, and you didn't even start until your husband James introduced you to French cuisine. By sharing your love of cooking, you inspired multitudes to give it a try.
You're so decorated they even named a rose after you.
Well, the unsurpassed, truly French chef was Auguste Escoffier. He was called the king of chefs and the chef of kings.
Big deal. Marie Antoine Carême had that title about 100 years before Escoffier. And before you say he codified 5 mother sauces, Carême established 4 grand sauces before Escoffier was even born.
Be careful or they may replace you with Carême.
Escoffier also built on Carême's use of toe cubes.
What are toe cubes?
You know, the big white hats that chefs wear.
Oh, you mean toque. Did Carême invent those?
You pronounce that as toque? Okay, well, it's hard to find out who invented them, but like Carême, Escoffier was concerned with kitchen hygiene. He wanted his workers to wear toques and neckerchiefs to act as sweat absorbers. He didn't allow shouting, swearing, drinking, or smoking in his kitchen.
Sounds rather strict and overbearing, doesn't it?
Au contraire. Escoffier was incredibly kind and supportive of his workers. Many of them called him Papa. He even commissioned a French doctor to design a barley drink to keep them hydrated. He was a big proponent of rights for kitchen workers.
Okay, and that's really just the tip of the iceberg.
Are you referring to his staff that perished on the Titanic?
No, I wasn't. But Escoffier did design elaborate menus for the fateful trip. After the unfortunate event, he made sure that the widows and orphans of those chefs were well taken care of.
Cesar Ritz insisted on working with him when opening the Savoy and the Ritz.
We're running out of time. On to the next chef, Dulce Jumel, a.k.a. Sweater Chef. She and her twin Sucre were born on September 19, 1953 in Spreitenbach, Switzerland.
Spreitenbach, home of the first IKEA outside of Scandinavia. Dulce was one of the first people hired to work with their kitchen equipment.
Mr. IKEA asked Dulce to do some confectionery demos at his store. Her sister Sucre joined her and they became the Sweet Chefs.
And,
And when I was 8, Charles Senna invented Swiss Miss Instant Cocoa. I auditioned to be the model on the package.
Hey, who cares if you auditioned? You weren't even chosen. I, however, was one of the first chefs to have his beautiful face on the cover of a cookbook.
That's what Uncle Festa look alike.
Time's up. PR team, get to work on your presentations. I'll summon Peter.
So this is Fire Lake.
Yes. Let me give you a tour while the PR team prepares. Over here we have the annoying song section. Some featured songs include Baby Shark, What Does the Fox Say, What's New Pussycat, and Who Let the Dogs Out.
I never really noticed that so many irritating songs ask questions about animals.
I guess when it comes to annoying songs, it's a small world. Now over to your left, you can see the mobile phone section.
You allow cell phones down here.
Peter, it was one of my best ideas. The reception is always spotty. We have only 2 charging stations, but one of the best perks for me is that users need to renew their contracts every day. Oh, just thinking about terms and conditions brings a smile to my face.
Yes, I can see how much it pleases you. That alcove over there, with pitchforks leaning against it. What's that for?
That's temperature control. Can't risk it freezing over. Now in that wing, we provide format for lexophiles. You can find improper grammar, punctuation, and spelling, but the cream of the crop, the cherry on top, the icing on the cake is our section with cliches.
In heaven, we avoid cliches like the plague. I must say, the Lexophile Center would be torture for some of my former teachers.
I've noticed you don't send many teachers my way. Shall we continue?
Yes, let's...
Great. To your left is the section with exasperating noises and sounds. Here you can find leaf blowers, sniffles, cracking knuckles, whiny toddlers, phlegmy coughs, the list goes on and on.
I can imagine it does.
Just beyond that is the waiting room of a doctor with visibly sick patients, cars with children who keep asking, are we there yet? We can place our residents behind a slow timer or in a public bathroom with a long wait and no toilet paper, just to name a few.
Lucifia, you certainly provide an assortment.
Thanks. I haven't time to try and perfect my craft. Hey, Orpheus. You've been around since the time of Eurydice. Why don't you tell St. Peter about the underworld? You got it, boss. Nails on chalkboards, pop-up bats, experiment digital nomads, shopping carts that aren't returned, forgetting something I've just learned, humble bragging, nighttime sweats, paper chips and cigarettes, tables with uneven legs, stinky, smelly, rotten eggs, alarms chirping, it's enough to make me cry, school kids burping, even though they all deny, diners slurping, I blame them, they blame the soup, gigs usurping, they think it's pronounced as coop, while others butcher, mischievous hyperbole and nuclear and library. Down in the world of Fire Lake, every single mistake that you make is shown for everyone to see. You deserve a tax break, you are in for heartache. You would find more joy at DMV. No solution to be found in Fire Lake. We are always awake. It's the place that God forsakes. Surrender any dreams of attaining sleep. Just give up counting sheep, or you are sure to weep not tears of joy. Double dippers, dirty socks, influencers, falling stocks, constant need for password change, ticks and fleas and puppy mage, words misused or mispronounced, friends who show up unannounced, Google Docs that disappear, cause these haters that won't stop buzzing near my ear. Here in the world of Fire Lake, the best food is fruitcake, next comes chicken bacon, every breath you take is fraught with the stench of tar or exhaust from a car or odor rotting meat and stinky feet. Yes, here in the world of Fire Lake, we'll describe for Pete's sake how each week we have is multiplied by 7 in salt to injury. We are then forced to see how happy we could be, how grateful we would be in heaven. No misery for me in heaven. Celestial realm, eternal grace, with seraphim and cherubim, with streets of gold and pearly gates. Instead, we're stuck in Fire Lake,
like what you expected?
I'm not exactly sure what I expected. You've been quite thorough in designing different adventures, activities for your denizens.
Well, not to brag, but I am in the details. Now on to the presentations.
The sweet chef, Dulce Jumel. She was mistaken to swear on a two, but that mistake she learned not to eschew. It soon became more than a name. Instead of fame, it's true. What more to tell?
I tried to be a model for Swiss Miss, and then moved on to cooking with my sis.
Her twin soup bread, sweet dulce, make her brulee with Grand Marnier, and to this day, most would say they can't repay them for this taste of purest bliss.
With the chef's kiss,
We'd be remiss to stop at this.
that's so great cake of her to say, made a way for her embracement of the savoir-faire instead of bread that she called kit. She wears.
Speaking of kitchen wear, kinda sounds like fridge magnets.
It's utensils and gadgets fit into designs. A few different necklines, colors of your choice. Kinda like a Rolls Royce. You can finally have the kitchen sweater suited just for you.
You can have mixing bowls or cutting boards or baking sheets or pots and pans or oven mitts.
Or maybe you prefer to have a rolling pin or ramekin.
A kitchen torch, perhaps a toga, a pair of tongs,
A basting brush,
Spreading sauce or carrot cake or egg wash.
or measuring cups so as to mix, or maybe a spatula. And all thanks to the sweater chef, Dulce Jumel.
Fabulous.
And on to our second lady.
what chef is this who stands so tall and demonstrates cooking French dishes? Cheered on by Paul, she does enthrall, dressing delicious over nutritious.
This is Julia Child. With just one meal, she was Francophile. Taste her vicious swath. Our friend, our Julia, the French chef. What chef is this who is so kind that she takes strangers' calls on Thanksgiving? When in a bind, she'll give peace of mind, answering questions on basting and sieving. This is Julia Child. With French cuisine, she was soon beguiled. Taste her salad niçoise, our friend, our Julia the French chef.
Gravy morsel, she is the boss, browning drippings from meats and then scraping. On appétit, she will repeat when each episode's finished taping.
This is Julia Child. To her, French cooking was undefiled. Taste Chantilly framboise, our friend, our Julia the French chef. Ignoring butter or heavy cream was something she'd not dream of brooking.
The only time to eat diet food is while waiting for steak to stop cooking. Thus spake Julia Child, who felt diet food should be reviled. Distaste and with good cause our friend, our Julia the French chef.
After seeing the first two, are you leaning toward anyone in particular?
I think it's still a bit soon to decide.
Let's see if this next presentation changes your mind. And this man's impact was so far-reaching, I'm curious to see what the PR team decided to do.
Master Chef Escoffier makes me want to shout hooray!
Hard to know just where to start. He impacted every part of restaurants as we know him. His life was a poem.
Changing kitchen ways, he was truly amazing.
If you look marvelous, cooks whose practices and cookbooks are used today. Meet Escoffier.
Joy is a foundation that impels the next generation. Saute, flambe, cantine, Betsy.
Corn Escoffier. Call Papa the best of kitchen bosses. And he codified 5 mother sauces. Oh my gosh, and neckerchiefs to keep stuff from dripping into bowls of cream. They are whipping for souffle. Touche. I thought you said it was pronounced toque.
What? No, touche is a different word. Special drink for staff after booze banning. Prefix a la carte and veggie canning. He's outstanding.
Fed the poor and gave cooks a pension. This deserves your fullest attention. Ahem! I said fullest!
Yes.
But wait,
Left till now for lasting impression. Kitchen Brigade, hooray! Thanks, Escoffier!
Nicely done. And you finished with some time left over.
Oh, we weren't quite finished.
Oh, carry on.
King of chefs, Escoffier, Escoffier, and chef of kings, Escoffier, Escoffier.
King of chefs, Escoffier, Escoffier, and chef of kings, Escoffier, Escoffier.
time's almost up.
Next up, we have the Galloping Gourmet.
Leaps over chair in a single bound, no doubt spilled point to be found. Clarifies butter by the pound, the Galloping Gourmet.
Fresh new jam and he cooks with care. Fashionable, yes, debonair. Handles mishaps with savoir-faire. Galloping Gourmet.
Is he the chef who plays too much on the shelf of celebrities? Graceful as Dick Van Dyke, he's called the world of his Liberace.
High priest of hedonism, culinary, James Bond on TV. Combo Bourdain, Letterman, and Admiral Lagasse.
Trump's veggies will regain me, no failing to entertain.
Popular with all ages, engages without restraint.
Opens with clips from meals abroad. One famous dog you uncrossed on. Audience zealously applaud the galloping gourmet.
Short slip to show that it's time for acts. Tuck skirts and clothing made with plants. Culinary Olympiads, galloping gourmet.
Acted as if he could be Julia Child's uninhibited younger brother.
He makes cooking fun to watch. The galloping gourmet. He loves to play a bit risque.
He was nominated for 2 Emmys, but that's not all. Let me mention
James Beard, award for who's who of food and beverage. The man who showed us what a circle was.
Chuck away those
ball of energy. Kitchens. Now it's time for you to listen.
I will notice very clear, there's no better chef for you. Galloping, galloping, gourmet. Constant motion,
Comic timing. To quote him,
It's all very true.
we proudly do present to you the Galloping Gourmet. Gourmet.
That really seemed to capture some of the energy and pizzazz that the Galloping Gourmet brought to his live studio audience.
I couldn't agree more. They've set a high bar. You do know who'd be able to reach a high bar, don't you?
Indeed I do. Our final candidate, James Beard.
Hit it!
first chef on telly, and you can tell he appreciates cooking and eating food. Orders and canapes was his first rule of food. More than a deep
One of his mantras.
Buys good food and buys often.
His shrimp paste recipe tells us how to make butter soft.
though he looks like Uncle Ben.
I love to eat.
Was the name of his TV show. He nicknames himself
Gastronomic gigolo.
Oh, to be a GB taste tester, what more could a gourmet want?
and encouraged viewers to see out olive oil road that for property.
The water must fully boil.
Grew up cooking with Choulette, content. Restaurateurs now genuflect.
Booked on outdoor cooking, hiked American cuisine.
First American foodie.
How to eat and drink your way through a French or Italian menu.
Shakespeare points of what to do. Fancy food or barbecue. Roast to ragu or cashew. Numerous still look up to.
James Beard, not here, pioneer.
City meals and grills with pack
Feeding on scene.
beer. James Beard, volunteer, and steer.
Wanna be chefs to strive for the top.
Did not stop.
Keep going.
We're syndicated,
Read the food that was top rated.
consultant and mentor.
Gastronom.
This champion of American food and emerging chefs refine the landscape of today's cuisine.
Do you think I've bitten off more than I can chew?
You have a tough decision to make. Why don't you sleep on it?
Okay, I'll reach out when I've made my decision. I know that no one else in Fire Lake will be able to sleep, and I have that feeling that this decision is going to keep me awake too. Though I expected to rejoice, I'm struggling to make my choice. Worse than circumcision, this tough decision has dulled my vision, and I don't know whom to choose. I refuse to recuse.
Pardon me, St. Peter. I couldn't help but overhear you. Is there anything I can do to help?
Actually, Orpheus, I have narrowed it down a bit. I definitely want Julia Child and the Galloping Gourmet. It's the final one that's tripping me up.
Well, why don't you get some of these lovely people to help you decide?
What do you mean?
They've seen the presentations along with you, and they'll be able to weigh in.
I guess I have nothing to lose. Thank you for the idea. I've chosen two of the chefs, Galloping Gourmet and Julia Child. I'd like your reaction, your help deciding among Dulce Jumel, Auguste Escoffier, and James Beard. Okay? So by your applause, or screams, or feints, who would like to be a finalist? James Beard. Thank you. That's quite enough. Next candidate is Auguste Escoffier. Is Dulce Jumel. Thank you very much. Lucipia, I'm ready. I choose Julia, the Galloping Gourmet, and James Beard.
All right, I've arranged for their visas to Earth where they will have the cook-off. Ooh, a new frock for me? Oh, it's just your visas and transporter pads.
Our what?
You've made it into the cook-off.
Woo! Yes!
Make sure you report to the 6th floor of the Cuisine Network building in New York at 7 tonight.
We have the chance to achieve total nirvana. However, the pact states that only one of us can go. Lucy will expect us to pit ourselves against each other, but we can outsmart her.
Outsmart Lucifia? How can we beat her, me Lucifia?
We must neglect her being a threat to watch and for a better afterlife.
One that is free from all strife.
We must advance success. We make things feel, prompting him to appeal.
I know St. Pete can make her understand their deal deserves a countermand.
Well, surely Lucifia will then realize we should all share the big prize.
Simply won't we do this? We'll make more space. That way she can save face.
Go chefs! Now, off to the Cuisine Network.
to get us all the way from Fire Lake, all the way up to Earth, so I'll get these transporter pads settled. Gentlemen, are we ready to go? Let's go!
Beam us up, Scotty.
Scene 4, Cuisine Network Elevators.
Oh, look, it brought us all the way to the elevators of the Cuisine Network. What would you say is the yummiest thing you ever ate?
I ever ate?
Yes, ate.
Okay, got it. 8th floor. Let's go.
Yikes! How do we make it stop? What do you suppose this button is for?
Ha! Don't say 4.
Okay, got it. 4th floor.
Double yikes! How did this happen?
Well, you said, what is it doing that for? And then I said, for 2.
I'm sorry, we don't have a 42nd floor. This is a voice-activated elevator. If you'd like to exit the elevator without selecting a floor, simply say, open sesame.
Sesame?
Ha ha. Yes, quite a few chefs work in the building, and we thought it would be fun.
We need floor 6, please.
Okay, got it. 6th floor.
Woo-hoo-hoo! Sheesh! What an elevator ride. At least now we know we can make our way to a kitchen, or we'll feel right at home.
Open sesame! Ooh, this is a bit different from what I expected, and it's so dark in here.
No, and usually when cooking dinner, I usually like to hear some tunes. It would Siri.
Gesundheit.
It would seriously help if we could hear a little night music.
Okay, here's a little night music.
What did you say?
I said, here's a little night music, also known as Eine kleine Nachtmusik by Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. Shall I continue?
Sure. And can you please turn on the light?
Woo! I think this is what they call a smart kitchen. Look at all these fancy, smancy gadgets. I bet you Cephia sent this in just to mess with us. This is just a new version of how mocking us with things that we knew well.
Arms that we can tolerate, no fangled gadgets that only aggravate.
I want to turn the cooker on, but now the buttons are all gone.
I need a simple, low-tech, basic room where I can cook.
All these fancy, schmancy, modern tools have got me shook.
Don't know where to look.
Give us uncomplicated, not this heap of gobbledygook.
How can we show our skills?
Can fortune demand and demonstrate
That we can't even operate the grills.
We must contact St. Peter and ask for mentors.
I'm sure that if Lucifer and St. Peter can give us advisors, we'll have a breakthrough.
If we could have some guidance, someone to stand beside us and demo these contraptions, we'll spring right into action.
and we can return to what we have come to earth to do.
We'll master the equipment and honor our commitment.
Provide a spread for Peter, make him a joyful eater.
And we'll move toward our goal of cooking to escape Fire Lake.
We must tenderly persuade them to give us a little
A
aid.
mini crusade.
Now we know what we must do.
Break through.
Pardon us, Lucifer and St. Pete's, but this kitchen's not us all our peace.
Hey! St. Peter! We need our mentors. This kitchen is just way too updated. Was that too abrupt?
Maybe let's soften
Ah.
a bit. Fire Lake is overflowing, so one of us is going to be in a better place and give Fire Lake some space.
But first, we must prepare the best meals of our afterlife.
We have faith that you can appease,
Through our expertise, hear our pleas.
so that we can
Make good use of every plan.
Show that Pete deserves.
nothing less than the best.
That's
Our
plan. What say you, Lucy Fiona and St. Pete? It's true. We do need some assistance to complete these meals for you. Whoop-de-doo.
You do realize this is serious, don't you?
Oh, Julia, you cannot expect a whale shark to change its spots, especially now that Galloping G's back in town.
Scene 5, Fire Lake in Hell.
Oh, gee, I didn't even think of smart kitchens. Sending chefs who haven't been on Earth for a while was a bit like throwing Christians to the lions.
Ah, yes. Those were the days.
At any rate, we'd better send someone to help these chefs, or they won't be able to do much cooking.
I guess you're right.
I already have someone in mind for each chef. When I finally fell asleep, I had a dream. The chefs walking into a kitchen with a mentor. I had envisioned these pairs addressing cooking affairs, answering all of my prayers, well, those that deal with food. First off, Galloping Gourmet, this helper will make his day. Henry Lagasse, he won't be bossy. He's a fan and they are a little bit saucy. Next is French chef Julian Child. With the kitchen she'll be reconciled. With Dana Croyd, she will avoid gadget hassles that make her annoyed. I know who can help James Beard. This one may seem a little weird. That's a la Branche, I have a hunch. She's the one to give James a needed punch. With these helpers they can do their best at start cooking with proper zest. For this contest and in my quest, I'll remember I am blessed. These pairings are like food and wine, the right combo practically divine. When I dine, I hope to find meals worthy of a shrine. And so let's go and set up each team, make reality from this pipe dream. At the risk of sounding too extreme, I'm so happy I could scream. Ba-da-da-da-da-da.
Tell me a bit more about these mentors.
Well, Emeril Lagasse was a fan of the Galloping Gourmet. He understands modern kitchens, and I'm sure he'll be honored to help.
Bam! Solid choice. Why Dan Aykroyd for Julia Child? Does he know anything about cooking?
Well, after his parody of Julia on Saturday Night Live, he knows how one should, and more importantly, shouldn't wield a knife.
That was hilarious. Now that you mention him, I think I saw him on BBC Saturday Kitchen Live.
Yes, I remember that quite clearly.
Why is that?
Well, he came on wearing a toque, and then when he proceeded to sing the praises of workers in the food industry, he said something along the lines of, they work harder than everyone other than train drivers, nurses, and teachers.
Oh, that is a sore spot for you, I know. Nobody realizes how hard guarding the gates of the afterlife can be. Let's move on. I wasn't sure what you meant by your suggestion for a mentor for James Beard. Did you mean Babs from Brunch with Babs?
Yes, exactly.
Well, that's an interesting choice. Tell me what you were thinking when you decided to suggest her.
As you know, she had no intention of becoming a kitchen phenomenon. She was trying to humor her daughter who wanted to post a video of her cooking on TikTok, and, well, fast forward to now.
I think I see where you're going with this. As we discussed earlier, James wanted to be a star. Even though he studied acting and opera, he never quite connected with his audience.
Babs, on the other hand, has a way of connecting with people. I think she could be a great help to James.
I get what you're saying, but why does James need to connect with people? This is a cook-off.
Now, Lucifia, you've probably forgotten, but everything's better when we're surrounded by good people. The food tastes better. The music sounds lovelier.
Yeah, it's a cook-off for you after all. And if it's Babs you want, I won't argue. I'll provide mentor contact information and telephone access to the chefs.
Lucifia, I can hardly wait until tomorrow. Soon, I'll have new taste sensations for the rest of eternity. Hopes and wishes and hope was almost at the end of my road. And to Lucifia with a plan, now I am as happy as a clam. Hopes and wishes and hope, a new chef would be really dope. Who would have dreamed a panacea would have come from Lucifia? My, oh my, a chance for a really great meal, finally within my reach. Dare I say, good food can make me feel happy as a peach.
Gee, impossibility for me to ease the increased agony. I can't resist or try to unsee a chance for misery. That's just not me.
I'm eager for menu expanding once the chef is chosen for this task, and I think that a soft landing certainly is not too much to ask.
Chefs need mentors to help them cook, but in my playbook, when you help, it's like you're losing. Even though I would benefit, I'm no hypocrite. I can't miss a chance to resume abusing.
Hopes and wishes, hope and wishes. Lucifia's timing was propitious. She's rekindled a foodie spark. I'm as happy as a lark. Hopes and wishes and hope. Maybe Lucifia's not a missing. I can't wait until tomorrow ends my eating sorrow.
I'll practice what I preach and prevent each endeavor to besiege. I'll ensure chefs will fail on the phone and cook alone. Can't wait to hear them grow.
Chefs!
Scene 6, the Cuisine Network's Modern Kitchen.
Okay, chefs, we heard your cries for help. St. Peter has recommended a mentor for each of you. I will provide their contact information, but it is your responsibility to make arrangements with them. When using Cuisine Network's landlines, dial 6 before entering the area codes.
Excuse me, Miss Devil Lady Lucifia. We need to call them on the phone? Won't they freak out when they get a call from a dead person?
That is not my problem. Without exception, you must have your meal ready by 6 tonight.
Phew. Emerald Agassi. He lived in New Orleans and was a big fan of mine. With all the ghost towns there, I think I'll be just fine.
My dear Steph Ackroyd! His impression of me on SNL was terribly funny. And with his belief of the paranormal, I don't think that I'll have a problem.
My mentor's called back. I wonder what will happen when she receives a call from a person who's been dead for years.
Scene 7, next morning in Modern Kitchen.
Did anyone else have trouble connecting and getting through? I wasn't able to connect.
I was able to get through, but it was a terrible connection. My mentor wanted to help, but he couldn't get here on time.
I couldn't get mine to believe I wasn't a break caller.
Yeah. Yikes! We need to have auditions ready by 6. What should we do?
Well, I was thinking Washington, D.C. is only about 3 hours away by train. Why don't we go to the American Smithsonian National Museum of History and use my kitchen there? Prepare our food and be back here by 6.
What a great idea. Your kitchen is just what we need. And I've been trying to see your beautiful garden.
That 6-burner range, the pans and utensils on pegboard-covered walls. We won't waste any time looking for things. Oh, this is going to be great.
Let's go! What is wrong with these chefs? Why are they helping each other? They're even sitting together on the train.
Let me tell you, I am itching to get back into a kitchen with appliances that I can use.
As we ride on the train, I am struggling to contain my excitement for the museum.
Copper pots and outline pegboards leading us to huge rewards if we make the best meal for St. Pete.
We'll all work to make his dinner. There will only be one winner, making this trip bit so sweet.
Scene 8, inside Julia's kitchen at the Smithsonian.
I'm such a thrill to be back in my kitchen. I can't wait to make my beloved beef bourguignon. And I'll serve it with my favorite mocktail, Ango soda.
Hello, Big Garland. Thanks to you, St. Peter can enjoy clarified butter and heavy cream.
I'm just extremely excited to make St. Peter my infamous, famous onion sandwich.
Hey, gang, it's almost time for us to start heading back. We cannot be late.
On the train back to New York, even Big L's pitchfork could not put a damper on my mood.
I echo your sentiment 110%, and I'm filled with gratitude.
One more chance to make a meal might not seem like a big deal, but for me it was transformative.
Thanks to Pete, so we've been gifted one last chance to be uplifted and to act collaboratively.
Chefs, now that your dishes have been displayed, you will go back to Fire Lake while Peter tastes each.
But part of the joy for us is seeing people relish in what we have prepared, you know?
Precisely. I'll see you in hell.
What do you mean, Lucifia? I want them to stay.
Fine.
Right this way.
Bon appetit.
Well, Peter, which chef is the winner?
They're all heavenly. I can't lie. I simply cannot choose among just one to be the best. I'd love to take all 3 chefs with me. You know, that would give Fire Lake even more room.
Nice try, Peter. But our deal was that you could take one chef with you. Because you are unable to make the choice, I will cast the winning vote. You mustn't influence me in any way. You always have work to do. Why don't you go do some? I'll let you know when I'm ready.
But
So difficult to choose. Whom can I bear to lose? Not chef bon appetit. I might as well retreat. The galloping gourmet could make a pagan pray. He cooks with heavy cream, meals fit for Seraphim. Likewise, James Beard is too good to let go. is absurd to put his trust in me. How foolish can he be? I will keep all three and send a proxy. Lucky me, dishonesty is the major key to my signature. Orthodoxy.
Peter, I am sorry to say, but I am quite disappointed in all of the dishes. I dare say not a single one of these chefs is qualified to cook in heaven. You deserve much better. However, I won't leave you hanging. I have the perfect chef for you.
Shines bright on my old Kentucky.
Thank you so much. Anybody is absolutely welcome to depart if you would like, but we'd like to invite you to join us for a little Q&A with the cast, a few questions. You looks like you have flowers. Come on, Gene, our writer and producer, join us on stage.